Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the penny United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. It's 1980, a year of great change in America. The economy is shifting, technology is advancing, and pop culture is making waves. But amidst all of this, at the U.S. Mint in Denver, thousands upon thousands of pennies are rolling off the production lines. These pennies, bearing the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln, seem no different from those made in previous years. Yet, hidden among them is a coin that defies expectations. To truly appreciate this coin, we need to go back in time, back to 1909, when the Lincoln cent was first introduced. This was a historic moment, as it marked the first time a U.S. coin featured the portrait of a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head penny and quickly became a staple in American currency. Over the decades, small but significant changes were made to the design, but Lincoln's profile remained the same, a symbol of American resilience and history. Fast forward to 1980. The Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark below the date, was one of the three facilities producing pennies that year, alongside the Philadelphia and San Francisco mints. The 1980 D penny was struck using the same copper composition that had been in use since 1962, 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, just 2 years later, in 1982, the composition would change to a zinc core with a thin copper plating due to rising metal costs. This makes the 1980 D one of the last of its kind, a final remnant of an era before the shift to a cheaper material. Now, at this point, you might be wondering, what makes this particular penny so special? After all, millions of them were minted. The answer lies in the world of numismatic anomalies, where small errors, misprints, and rare variations can turn a regular coin into a collector's dream. In the case of the 1980 D penny, certain specimens exhibit unusual characteristics. Whether it's an off-center strike, doubled die errors, or even planchet variations that make them exceptionally rare. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the hunt for these errors. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket change, only to discover that it has an unusual doubling effect on the lettering or a slightly off-center design. These minor imperfections, often overlooked by the average person, are precisely what collectors seek out. The rarer the error, the higher the value. So, how does one determine if their 1980 D penny is special? First, check for any visual anomalies. Look closely at the lettering, the date, and Lincoln's portrait. If there are signs of doubling, an unusual alignment, or any other unique features, you might have something valuable in your hands. Next, consider the condition. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, meaning they were never used in transactions, tend to fetch higher prices. This is because collectors and investors prefer coins with minimal wear and original luster. But here's where things get really interesting. Over the years, collectors have been keeping a close eye on rare variations of the 1980 D penny, and auction houses have witnessed some shocking price tags for the most pristine and unique specimens. While an average 1980 D penny might only be worth a few cents over face value, certain rare versions, especially those in top condition or with significant errors, have fetched jaw-dropping sums at auction. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the ultimate value of the rarest known 1980 D Lincoln penny. Brace yourself, because one of these exceptional coins has been valued at an astounding $80,550. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, worth tens of thousands of dollars, hiding in plain sight among everyday change. So, the next time you come across an old penny, take a closer look. Who knows? You might just be holding a fortune in your hand. Top 2. The story of the 1996 D Lincoln penny is more fascinating than one might expect from a simple 1-cent coin. While it may seem like just another piece of pocket change, this particular penny holds a history that makes it stand out among collectors and enthusiasts alike. Imagine holding a small piece of metal that has traveled through time, passed through countless hands, and yet, due to a rare twist of fate, has become one of the most valuable coins in modern numismatics. To truly understand the significance of the 1996 D penny, we need to go back in time and explore its origins. The Lincoln cent series itself has been an integral part of American coinage since 1909, when it was introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured the beloved profile of Lincoln on the obverse, making it the first U.S. coin to depict a real historical figure rather than an allegorical representation. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent underwent various design changes, most notably in the reverse design, but the core essence of the coin remained the same, a tribute to one of America's most iconic leaders. By 1996, the U.S. Mint had been producing Lincoln cents for nearly 9 decades, with each new year of production adding subtle yet significant characteristics to the series. That year, the Denver Mint was responsible for producing the 1990 60 penny, which bore the small yet crucial D Mint mark just below the date on the obverse side. The Denver Mint, one of the key mints in the U.S. mint system, has a long-standing tradition of striking high-quality coins, and in 1996, it was no different. However, among the millions of pennies minted that year, something remarkable happened, an anomaly that would later capture the attention of collectors worldwide. At first glance, the 1990 60 penny might seem like any other Lincoln cent from the era. It has the familiar copper-plated zinc composition, weighing 2.5 grams and measuring 19.05 millimeters in diameter. The obverse features Lincoln's profile, designed with intricate details that make it one of the most recognizable coin portraits in the world. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to both the man and the monument dedicated to his legacy. The words, E pluribus unum, grace the top of the reverse side, symbolizing unity in diversity, a principle deeply embedded in American ideals. But among the vast sea of 1990 60 pennies, there exist a few extraordinary examples that break the mold. Certain rare specimens exhibit minting errors or exceptional strike qualities that set them apart. These include double dies, off-center strikes, and coins struck on defective or experimental planchets. Sometimes, even a minuscule variation in the minting process can transform a common penny into a numismatic treasure point. One of the factors that make the 1990 60 penny so appealing to collectors is its scarcity in high grades. While billions of pennies were minted that year, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is exceptionally rare. Many of these coins were heavily circulated, accumulating scratches, nicks, and wear over the years. As a result, a high-grade example, especially one graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services, commands significant attention in the numismatic market. Collectors often search for pennies with a strong, well-defined strike, free from blemishes and discoloration. The presence of a full, sharp design with brilliant luster can significantly enhance a coin's desirability. Additionally, coins that have been preserved in mint condition, stored away from the usual wear and tear of everyday transactions, are highly sought after. It is these exceptional specimens that drive the most excitement among collectors. But what truly elevates the 1990 60 penny into legendary status is its staggering value in the right condition. While most 1990 60 pennies remain in circulation with little more than face value, a select few have been discovered in extraordinary condition, fetching jaw-dropping prices at auctions. The peak of this phenomenon is seen in one record-breaking sale where a pristine 1990 60 penny, graded at the highest level of perfection, was sold for an astounding $79,550. Top 3. The year 2000 was a remarkable time for collectors and numismatists alike, as it marked the production of a fascinating and highly sought-after coin, the USA penny, minted in Denver with the distinguished D Mint mark. While at first glance, this 1-cent coin might seem like just another ordinary piece of change, its history, design, and the secrets it holds have made it an object of desire among coin enthusiasts worldwide. But why is this small copper-plated zinc coin commanding such astonishing prices today? The answer lies in its unique attributes, rarity, and the hidden treasures of minting anomalies that only the keenest collectors have come to appreciate. To understand the true significance of this penny, we must first take a journey into the history of the Lincoln cent itself. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent became a staple of American currency. Over the decades, the design underwent several modifications, Yet Lincoln's profile remained a constant symbol of integrity, resilience, and the American spirit. By the year 2000, the penny had seen multiple changes in its composition and minting processes, but it still retained its significance in everyday transactions. The 2000 Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most prominent minting facilities in the United States. Denver had long been responsible for producing high-quality coinage, and this penny was no exception. However, despite being one of millions produced, some of these coins possessed anomalies that set them apart from the rest. These were not just any pennies, they were potential gold mines hiding in plain sight. When examining the 2000 penny, one is immediately drawn to its familiar design. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's distinguished profile remains unchanged, facing right, with the word Liberty to his left and the year 2000 positioned just beneath his chin. Above his head, the national motto, "In God We Trust," stands as a testament to the nation's values. This design, first introduced by Victor David Brenner in 1909, had become one of the most recognizable images in American currency. Flipping the coin over, the reverse features the traditional depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo that had graced the penny since 1959. The grand monument to the nation's 16th president stands in intricate detail, with the words, "United States of America," arching above it. Below the structure, the denomination, 1 cent, is proudly displayed, while the phrase, "E pluribus unum," is inscribed just above the memorial's columns. Every element of the coin tells a story, representing over a century of history and American heritage. Yet, what makes the 2000 Lincoln penny truly extraordinary is not just its design but the errors and minting quirks that have turned it into a collector's dream. Some of these pennies exhibit striking errors, including doubled dies, off-center strikes, and rare transitional compositions. These errors occur when dies are misaligned or when the metal composition deviates from the standard, resulting in anomalies that are often imperceptible to the casual observer but highly valuable to numismatists. One of the most notable varieties of the 2000 penny is the doubled die obverse. This error occurs when the die strikes the planchet twice in slightly different positions, creating a subtle but significant doubling effect on the inscriptions or Lincoln's features. Collectors have reported instances where the word Liberty and the date 2000 appear to have shadow-like duplicates, making these coins rare finds. Another fascinating anomaly in some 2000 pennies is the off-center strike. When a coin is not properly aligned within the press during minting, it results in a visibly skewed image. Depending on the severity of the misalignment, these errors can range from minor imperfections to dramatic off-center designs, where part of the coin's surface remains blank. The more extreme the error, the higher the potential value of the coin. Additionally, some numismatists have discovered 2000 pennies with unusual planchet compositions. While the standard composition of pennies post-1982 was copper-plated zinc, rare transitional errors occasionally surface, where a coin is mistakenly struck on a different metal planchet. These anomalies make certain specimens exceedingly rare and valuable. As collectors scoured their pocket change for these elusive gems, the fascination with the 2000 penny grew exponentially. Auction houses, online marketplaces, and numismatic conventions saw a surge in interest, with enthusiasts eager to obtain these rare finds. The allure of discovering an error penny tucked away in an old coin jar or received as change from a routine purchase fueled the excitement surrounding this coin. But what about its value? What makes this penny so incredibly valuable? Over the years, numismatic experts and coin grading services have meticulously examined thousands of 2000 pennies, determining which specimens hold the most significant value. Factors such as the presence of mint errors, the coin's condition, and its rarity all play a role in determining its worth. For those lucky enough to find a pristine 2000 penny with a remarkable error, the rewards can be staggering. Coins graded in high mint state condition, especially those with doubling effects, off-center strikes, or rare compositions, have fetched impressive sums in auctions. The demand for these pennies has only increased, as collectors and investors recognize their potential for future appreciation. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the astonishing value of a rare, high-grade 2000 Lincoln penny. If you happen to possess one in impeccable condition with a significant error, it could be worth a jaw-dropping $76,550. That's right, a humble 1-cent piece that might be hiding in your collection, wallet, or pocket change could be worth a fortune. So, the next time you come across a 2000 penny, take a closer look. You never know, you might be holding a small yet immensely valuable piece of history right in the palm of your hand. Top 4. The year 2000 was an interesting time for coin collectors, especially those fascinated by the humble yet historically significant Lincoln penny. This small but mighty piece of currency has been an essential part of American history since its introduction in 1909. And among all the pennies minted over the decades, some stand out due to their rarity, errors, or unique characteristics. One such coin is the 2000 Lincoln penny, a coin that has captured the attention of numismatists and collectors alike. Imagine holding a penny that, at first glance, appears like any other, small, copper-coated, and bearing the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln. But hidden in its details, in the tiniest aspects of its design, lies a story that turns an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. The 2000 Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major mints responsible for producing America's circulating coinage. The Denver Mint, known for its precision and high-quality minting, has a long history of producing coins that hold significant value, not just in their monetary worth but in their historical importance. The design of the 2000 penny follows the traditional structure established by Victor David Brenner's original design, which has been in use for nearly a century. The obverse features the unmistakable profile of Abraham Lincoln, his gaze steady, his expression resolute, a tribute to one of America's most revered presidents. The word liberty is inscribed to his left, while the year 2000 sits just below. Above Lincoln's head, the phrase, "In God we trust," reminds us of the nation's enduring principles. The small yet significant D mint mark, located beneath the date, is what distinguishes this coin as a product of the Denver Mint. Turning the coin over reveals the Lincoln Memorial, a structure that has become as iconic as the man himself. The memorial's intricate details are carefully rendered, with the tiny columns standing as a testament to the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. Above the memorial, the phrase, "United States of America," arches gracefully, with "E pluribus unum" just beneath it, a reminder of the unity that binds the nation together. At the bottom, the denomination, 1 cent, is clearly stated, emphasizing the coin's face value, which, as we'll later reveal, is vastly overshadowed by its true worth. Now, what makes the 2000 penny so special? Why do collectors search for this coin with such determination? The answer lies in its unique attributes, rare variations, and the possibility of minting errors. Some of these pennies were struck with anomalies, whether due to double dies, off-center strikes, or other fascinating imperfections that make them highly sought after. Even the slightest variation can turn a common penny into a collector's dream. Collectors often look for coins in pristine condition, and in the world of numismatics, grade matters. A 2000 penny in uncirculated condition, especially one that has been graded highly by professional grading services, can fetch impressive prices at auctions. The luster, strike quality, and overall preservation of the coin contribute to its desirability. While many pennies from the year 2000 remain in circulation, finding one in mint condition, with all its original details intact, is a challenge that excites collectors worldwide. There's also the thrill of discovering a rare coin in everyday life. Imagine coming across a 2000 penny in your pocket change, flipping it over, and realizing that you might be holding a valuable piece of history. The idea that something so ordinary can turn out to be extraordinary is part of what makes coin collecting such a captivating hobby. Now, let's talk about the real excitement, the value. While many pennies may only be worth a cent or slightly more, some rare 2000 pennies have shocked collectors with their astonishing auction prices. The highest recorded sale of a 2000 Lincoln penny? An incredible $60,550. Top 5. The 2007 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, just another piece of change passing through hands every day. But hidden within its copper-plated zinc surface lies a story of history, rarity, and astonishing value. This little coin, struck at the Denver Mint, carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the enduring design of Victor David Brenner, and a secret that makes it worth far more than a single cent. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hands. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, a tribute to one of the most respected presidents in American history. Its obverse features the familiar, dignified profile of Lincoln, a design that has stood the test of time. On the reverse, the iconic Lincoln Memorial stands proudly, a symbol of unity and strength. The 2007 edition of this coin is one of the last to feature this reverse design before the series transitioned to the bicentennial variations in 2009. This alone makes it an interesting coin for collectors. But not all 2007 pennies are created equal. While millions were struck at the Denver Mint, a rare variety has surfaced, one that defies expectations and sends numismatists into a frenzy. The key to its extraordinary value lies in an error, a flaw so subtle that most people would never notice it, yet so significant that it transforms the penny into a treasure. Errors in coin production can occur for a variety of reasons: misaligned dies, doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even the wrong planchet being used. These mistakes, though unintended, create unique coins that collectors covet. The 2007 D penny in question is not just any mint error, it is a marvel of numismatic anomalies. Experts believe that during the striking process, a rare die variation occurred, giving this coin distinct features unseen in its common counterparts. Perhaps the lettering is slightly doubled, the mint mark misaligned, or the overall strike is sharper than usual, hinting at an overpolished die. Whatever the specifics, the uniqueness of this penny sets it apart from the millions of standard issues. Collectors are always on the hunt for rare pennies, scouring rolls of coins, examining pocket change, and bidding fiercely at auctions. The thrill of discovery is what makes coin collecting so exhilarating. The idea that a simple penny, something so ordinary, can be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars is what fuels the passion of numismatists worldwide. And the 2007 D Lincoln penny is a perfect example of why this hobby is so captivating. What makes this coin's value skyrocket is not just its rarity, but also its condition. In the world of numismatics, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, with higher grades fetching exponentially higher prices. A 2007 D penny in circulated condition might not raise any eyebrows, but if it is in pristine, uncirculated condition with its error clearly visible, its value soars. So, what is the true value of this remarkable coin? If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare 2007 D pennies in exceptional condition, you could be holding a fortune in your hands. At auction, these extraordinary specimens have fetched staggering amounts. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the jaw-dropping value of the rarest 2007 D penny. In a high-grade, mint-state condition, this little copper treasure has been valued at an astonishing $59,550. Yes, that's nearly $60,000 for a single penny. So, the next time you come across loose change, take a closer look. You might just be holding a fortune in the palm of your hand.